Now, we do have a very brief bit of commentary about this big decision from President Biden. Here's what he had to say.
Look, I stand by what the jury has concluded. The jury system works and we have to abide by it.
That's literally all of it. Vice President Kamala Harris also said the verdict speaks for itself. So that's
profiles and courage.
That's all you're getting. It speaks for itself conveniently so that she doesn't have to speak.
Yeah, and just look, the other people on this panel do not necessarily agree with me. We all have our own different opinions, okay? But it is more cowardice of Joe Biden and Kamala Harris, in my opinion, to sit there and go, well, okay, the jury speaks for itself. What can I do? Okay, white people don't hate me, black people, I don't really care. But anyways, oh, he didn't technically shoot black people. He went to go shoot black people, wind up shooting 2 white people. So he went there thinking, oh, it's a black protest or riot. Let me grab my AR-15. So Kamala Harris, oh yeah, in the past she's a cop, and then everybody was like, no, she had to do what she had to do, and she had to put away, all these poor people and African Americans and Latinos, and she had to. But she's actually super brave, progressive. No, she's not. Where's the courage today on Rittenhouse? Where's the courage? As usual, Biden and Harris are hiding in a bunker. That's real. That's the reality, and I don't care whose feelings it hurts in Washington.
And I just want to contrast, those are like basically the 2 leaders of the Democratic Party in the executive branch. That's what they had to say. Well, others on the right have other things to say. The right is fighting over itself to employ Kyle Rittenhouse. You have Paul Gosar, Madison Cawthorn, and Matt Gaetz all wanting Kyle Rittenhouse to come be their intern. Some of them just purely for the blood. Matt Gaetz might think that he has a teen sister. I don't know what his motivations are in this particular case, but they're all desperate to show their audience, we love the vigilante. And if you go ahead, we have this absolutely cringeworthy thing from Ann Coulter that I'm sure she thinks she's doing ironically. I got news for you. It's cringe if it's serious, it's cringe if it's irony. But they consider him to be a hero. He is their Spider-Man, basically. So on the Democratic side, we have the verdict speaks for itself. I have no thoughts about literally any component of this, cultural, legal, nothing. I'm not worried about any precedents whatsoever. I think it's perfectly fine, apparently, for them to worship this guy as some sort of living God. And on the right, they're putting his face on posters. They're imagining someday that they'll be able to vote for him to go to Congress.
Yeah, I mean, we desperately need leadership, right? And leadership isn't always being afraid of what might alienate certain people from voting for us. Leadership is sticking to what we believe. It is being true to our values. It is standing up for the people, most of the people in this country who are finding all of this abhorrent, and pushing that out there, that message. That's what leadership is, and that's what we are desperately in need of in the United States right now.
So last thing on Morgan's point there, because look, we're not unaware of the political realities in this country. So progressives are, generally speaking, far more sophisticated about politics than a normal corporate Democrat. Corporate Democrats just listen to what the consultants say. We actually bother to read the polls. We can see what's popular or not popular, and we can still stick to our principles, okay? But so I'm not unaware that Barack Obama lost a huge approval ratings after he supported Henry Louis Gates, who was an African-American Harvard professor who the police accosted in his own porch and getting into his own house. Obama was 100% right to support him, but nonetheless, he lost popularity when he did, because a lot of white people in this country said, wait a minute, I mean, that's not, if a cop goes to assault a black professor in this country, he should get to do that. Whether it's fair or not fair, it doesn't matter. And I can't believe Obama would be fair to a black professor at Harvard. That's outrageous. And they were really mad at Obama for that. So it's in the polling, there's no question about it. So will a lot of racist white people get super mad at Biden and Kamala Harris if they say, hey, I get why he was acquitted, but he should not have gone in there with a weapon and he was morally culpable? Yes, a giant percentage of this country will catch feelings because they're generally racist right-wingers who don't like to talk about race unless it's killing people, right? And applauding killing people. But that's where Morgan's point comes into effect, which is you gotta have courage to lead. You cannot change that dynamic in this country until you show leadership and you tell people why it's wrong. Hey, would you want to speak their language. You have to speak to them in like in colors and stuff. Like, now I know you're okay if he went to go shoot black people, but what if it was a black guy who came to a right-wing rally with a weapon and a Trump fan threw a plastic bag at him? Do you think it would be okay for the black guy or the Muslim guy or an Antifa guy to kill people at a Trump rally? Well, maybe that gets them to go, oh, well, I don't want a black guy doing that. A Muslim, no, I don't want a Muslim going to any rally with a weapon, let alone my rally. Oh, there's a rally of people who are mad about a board of education. Hey, don't worry about it. A couple of Antifa guys are going to show up there with an AR-15. Are you guys cool with it? You're cool with it, right? Some right-wingers will pretend, oh yeah, I'm cool with it. Oh, it doesn't matter, I'm coming with a tag. That's because you want the violence. Yeah. And we have no leadership here. So at a critical moment, social moment in American history, honestly, we had two leaders, Biden and Harris, who sat it out. And of course, the right wing were monsters. Those three guys, they're like, oh, I want to hire the killer. If you killed left wingers at one of their protests, that is the qualification.
That's it.
Rittenhouse was 17. He doesn't know anything. He's never had any meaningful political experience at all. His only experience is killing people he thought were left wingers. And for 3 US congressmen, they say, murder, that's what I want. Or in this case now, technically, he just killed him. He just killed him, okay? So, but the qualification is the death, is the fact that he shot and killed them. They're disgusting human beings. And if Biden and Harris and other Democrats can't bring themselves to say the bare minimum, well, the jury's in on that as well. No leadership, none, zero. This is the problem with the Democratic Party. Complete, utter weakness.
I want to come back to one thing you were saying before, Cenk. The vacuum. As long as there's a vacuum and we allow them to dominate with this nonsense and appointing these heroes that are rooted in violence, we will continue to lose. And I'm not just talking about losing elections here. We are losing our entire country and way of being. So the stakes couldn't be higher. And again, just the need for better leadership is a big time emergency.
Thanks for watching The Young Turks, really appreciate it. Another way to show support is through YouTube memberships. You'll get to interact with us more. There's live chat emojis, badges. You've got emojis of me, Anna, John, JR. So those are super fun. But you also get playback of our exclusive member-only shows and specials right after they air. So all of that, all you gotta do is click that join button right underneath the video. Thank you.